Manga-Waido.
My name is Sasuke Fuji. I'm a salesman at a construction company. I've just become chief, and the general manager entrusted me with training an old man, Hasumi-san, who was hired mid-career. I heard that he used to work in sales in the same industry and had good results, but... My name is Masato Hazumi. Pleased to meet you. My name is Fuji. Nice to meet you. A dull appearance and a soft-spoken tone, he doesn't look like a successful salesman. I wonder if he's gonna be okay. My hunch was right, and Asami-san was a handful from the start. You used to be a salesman at a construction company, right? Yes, I think I know how to do it, but... Don't worry, there's no need to rush. Well, I'm sure the clients and other small things will be different in many ways. Let's get used to it gradually. Sorry, I'll do my best not to cause you any trouble. How's Hazumi? Manager, thank you for your work. Yes, he's very attentive to existing customers, but he's struggling with new customers. I see. I hired him because he's the type of person we don't have, but maybe someone with just a junior high school graduate is not a... But maybe someone with just a junior high school graduate is not good enough after all. Hazumi-san only has a junior high school diploma? Yeah. Well, I don't care about people's education as long as they can do the job, but I think he's weak to people's push. Right. He doesn't seem to have been in sales all his life, so you've been in it longer than him. I'd appreciate it if you could give him some guidance in that area. Yes, I understand. 2 days after we talked like that, I saw Hazumi-san in the break space. Are you alright? You don't look well. My director scolded me about my performance. I see. I was hired, but I can't contribute. I'm very sorry. But you're an ace at your last company, weren't you? There was a time when I was, but then something happened that made me lose confidence. The last construction company went out of business because of me. What? He was entrusted with a project for a major company-wide corporation, at a time when the company was at a critical juncture. But for some reason, the client abruptly terminated negotiations, and the company, which had originally been struggling, went bankrupt without a trace. My boss told me it was all my fault and I lost all confidence. I see, but the past is the past and the present is the present. I also made a big mistake a long time ago and caused trouble for everyone around me. At that time, a senior colleague told me, you can't change the past, focus on the future. You can't change the past, focus on the future that you can change. I see. So let's forget about the past and focus on the present and the future. Right. I have to make the switch. I'll try to get back into the swing of things again. That's the spirit. I don't know if this conversation was a catalyst, but Hasumi-san's eyes regained its vigor, and he began to speak with confidence to the clients. This must be the original Hasami-san. Of course, the number of contracts he started getting started to increase. And finally, that's amazing! You've managed to get such a big contract. Thank you very much. There just happened to be an employee I'd worked with before. I was lucky. No, luck is part of your ability. Let's keep going from here. Yes. After that, Hasumi-san's rapid progress continued. And as his sales performance improved, he gradually gained the trust of those around him. He was a dull old man when he first joined the company, but now he is an elite member of the sales department. I can't afford to sit back either. Just as I was getting back into the swing of things like that, a guy came into our department. Hi, I'm Hakuo Misawa. I'm the president's nephew. So I'd appreciate it if you could remember that. Misawa came in and proudly boasted about how he was the president's relative. Well, as long as you do your job properly, I have no problem with that. Misawa, however, does an underwhelming job and does whatever he wants, forcing young employees to do the work and acting as if he is a big shot. Even when the manager gave him guidance, he didn't seem to change his attitude. On top of that. How old are you, Hasami-san?
46 years old.
Are you serious? You look so old. I thought you were 60 or something.
Uh-huh.
I mean, why don't you speak more clearly? It's getting on my nerves, you know.
I'm sorry.
Asumi-san only has a junior high school diploma, right?
Yes, well,
Why didn't you go to high school? Because you were poor?
because of a family circumstance.
This guy's one-upping on his educational background. Misawa-san, you shouldn't talk like that. What? What is it, Fuji-san? What's important is not your academic background, but your current job performance, right? Huh? I'm the president's nephew! And what does that matter? Do you want to get fired or what, huh? How mature.
Fuji-san, I'm fine.
See? That's what the old man says. Don't meddle with me!
Well, I'm off to a business meeting.
Oh, good luck. Good luck, junior high school graduate. Hell of a guy got transferred. One day, a welcome party was held for Misawa. No one was welcome, but that didn't mean we could just not do it for him. Misawa was in a good mood at first, pouring drinks for the pretty young employee. But when he got drunk, he started to get involved with Asami-san. Hey, Asami-san! Why don't you go to high school from now on?
High school.
I don't think it's good to only have a junior school diploma, no matter how good your sales performance is.
Is that so?
To be honest, I would be embarrassed to have a junior high school graduate in the same workplace.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I can go to high school now.
You have no ambition! That's why you're no good! Misawa-san, that's enough. Yes, Fuji-san, the man of justice, right? Oh, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I was dealing with the manager and couldn't get over here. What a hard time he's giving you, Misawa-san.
Well, I'm quite alright, don't mind me.
I was getting tired of Misawa for getting involved with such a calm and hardworking man like Asami. I'll give him a lecture when he gets back. As I was thinking about that...
Which way you going?
Alright, you're the one who bumped into me! Is that Misawa's voice?
Is he in some kind of argument?
I think so. I'll check it out.
Senior, I'll come with you! When I ran over, I found a guy who looked like a Yakuza.
You want to deal with this in the back, huh?
I'm a relative of the president! I'll ask him to sue you!
Huh? I don't know what kind of company you're from, but you're the one who started the fight.
Ah! It seems they were arguing because they bumped into each other. My senior and I went in to stop them, but things only got escalated.
Hey, come outside.
Stop it! Let it go! Stop it! Let go! Misawa was about to be taken away when...
Well, look who it is. It's Kinoshita. Huh? What the hell, man? Well, don't tell me, Sumi-san. Yeah. You look like you're doing well.
The Yakuza, who had been glaring with a ferocious look in his eyes, started shaking when he saw Asumi-san.
Why are you here, Asumi-san?
Kinoshita, the guy you got involved with, he's my guy.
What? What? This guy? Sorry, but let him go, will you? Let's keep it civil. We're both old men now. Yes, I didn't know it was with you, Asumi-san. Apologize.
Asumi-san, thank you for your help. You connected to the Yakuza?
No. He's just a junior when I was a kid. That was 30 years ago.
Asumi-san was actually quite a badass when he was a student, and he was the head of a gang of his neighborhood. The Yakuza earlier was a junior at the time. He spent his days riding his motorcycle and fighting, making his mother cry. But one day when he came home, he found his mother had collapsed.
Her last words to me were, "Stop doing bad and become a respectable man who can be kind to others."
I see.
I kept my mother's word. Stop misbehaving and try to become a kind person. And this is the kind of personality I have developed. It's true I've calmed down, but I'm still a man with only a junior high school education. And I'm not very good at what I do, so I'm always causing trouble for everyone.
That's not true. I like someone who always puts others down and pushes their own work on others to learn a lesson too.
Dad!
Misawa-san, you have something to say to Asami-san, don't you?
I don't care! I'm not thanking this junior high school educated Yakuza bastard!
He knows he's in a situation where he has to thank him. Misawa then disappeared, perhaps feeling uncomfortable. And the welcome party came to a close. But the incident happened the next day. Misawa told the president, Hasumi is acquainted with Yakuza. He should be made to quit. To confirm the facts, Hasumi, myself, and a senior staff member who was at the site at that time were called to the president's office. I heard you did something terrible, starting a fight to the Yakuza.
It's true that he was a junior from the neighborhood, but I did not pick a fight with him or anything like that.
That's right. It was Misawa-san who dared to start a fight to the Yakuza, and Asumi-san was the one to help him. Hey, Hakuru, that's not what I heard.
These guys are lying! Uncle, you have to believe me!
While we were having this exchange, our colleagues, who seemed to have been listening on the other side of the door, came in one by one.
Excuse me, President Hatsumi-san didn't do anything wrong.
That's right! He's not the kind of person who would sell a fight to the Yakuza!
Please don't fire Asumi-san! President, I also ask you to do the same. Hasumi is dedicated to his work and contributes to the company. Rather, it is Misawa-kun who is not doing his job and causing trouble for those around him.
What?
That's right. He makes fun of Hasumi-san, calling him a junior high school graduate.
Stop it! We're not talking about that right now!
No, let's hear it. The president's office was suddenly transformed into a debriefing session of Misawa's misdeeds. Hikaru, you said you were doing fine in front of me. But that was a lie, wasn't it?
No, Uncle, you have to believe me!
I'll tell you how you'll be dealt with in the future. Until then, you'll stay under house arrest.
No!
That's how Misawa disappeared from our sight. Thank God Asuma-san didn't get fired.
It's all thanks to you. It's all thanks to all of you who had my back. Thank you.
It's Asumi-san's personality that moved everyone. Oh, and you mentioned before that you made a mistake at your previous company and it went under, right?
Yes, what about it?
Wasn't your boss at that time a guy named Hachiya?
What? How do you know that?
I knew it! That project failure was caused by that Hachiya, not you, Asumi-san.
What?
A friend of mine in the same business told me that he saw Hachiya kneeling on his knees to the executive director of White Corp at a Japanese restaurant at the time. The chief director was very upset and said, "We're not doing business with you anymore, and the project is off the table."
Does that mean Manager Hachiya did something wrong?
I think so.
You went to all that trouble to look that up?
I just found out by chance when I was talking with a friend. By the way, this Hachiya guy is in court right now because he committed fraud at his new job.
I see. You would do something like that.
I guess you have a life to live of integrity after all. I guess you have to live a life of integrity after all. You're right, manager. After that, Asumi-san continued to be very successful and was promoted due in part to his kind and sincere personality. Misawa, on the other hand, was immediately sent to the head branch. A few months later, he sadly resigned without being spared by anyone. With that personality, I don't know if anyone will hire him. Well, it's not like I should worry about Misawa.
Well, let's get to work, Fuji-san.
Yes! Thus, peace returned to our department. I must do my best not to be overtaken by Asumi-san.